And hello, everybody. Ooh, it's been a little while. Oh, okay, so we are going to be playing a different game mode today because I thought it would be fun. This is called the Platform Expansion Program. So what this pretty much does is makes this SkyBlock. Actually, you know what? If I can remember how to type today. Now, we do have to skip the onboarding in order for this to work, so we will be doing that. Multiplayer settings, we're going to leave it as open. I'm not sure how it works with the mods, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to leave everything as it is, so we're not touching anything there. And our starting location is just going to be the normal home. And here we go. Let's see what we can get going. So, just taking off my watch real quick so my hand doesn't fall asleep so quickly. This is our starting area. Very, very bleak and barren. This is what we start with. And this is what we have. As you can see right off the bat, nothing abnormal. But we will start with the hub as, you know, the game intends. And for this, I do want to make sure that we have access to the power supply. Just as a safety precaution for us as we get to it. So, yeah, we'll just go there for now. So as you can see, our next thing is the space elevator, but we have some starting things. This, hold on, we'll go here. Unlocks biomass node, copper, iron, and limestone and pure, along with biomass. You go straight to biomass. And a bunch of these node fragments, which are going to be a big key in, like, everything. So, now we can go to resources. And we have all these different nodes we can do. So you can literally place your nodes anywhere you like. So I'm going to start out with a couple iron nodes. Kind of place them a little closer together. We are going to throw in a limestone next to that. And then one copper next to that. Now, this is going to be the one that we play with a lot to start. So we will put it over here. And we just get to building. Now it's pretty much like somewhat the normal game. We just got to go through like our normal stuff to continue. We do, of course, have the belts and stuff unlocked, but this is always a good first step, as is all of the other normal stuff that you would start with. I do want to start off with getting this so we can get into the biofuel a little bit sooner. And this stuff is not hard to get. But I also want to make sure that we have everything else we need. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. We are going to want power. So we're going to want biomass burners. And let's see. We're also going to want to make sure we put down some miners. This will be the first piece we automate. As it should be. So place that down. We will do a constructor kind of butted up against it for now. And then from there into there. And none of this is going to be pretty to start. I will warn you now. And we will do biomass. Takes 60, makes 20. This makes 60. And we're going to want to start with one of these. And we're going to run drop down my sensitivity on my mouse. There we go. Start that like right there. So we are going to get a little bit of biomass just to jumpstart the system. Okay. That should be enough to get us going just a wee bit. That'll get us 7 biomass. Whoop. Well, that was fun. Game over. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Let's see. Respawn. My bad. And that was everything. Thank goodness it's there. So we're going to throw in that right there, which will get this guy going. And we are also going to throw in just a crafting bench. Okay, and there we go. And that should start backing up a little bit. We're going to run that into there, and that'll start making biomass. And then we just need a biomass burner. And for right now, we're just going to keep it kind of compacted till we get some stuff unlocked. And let's see. There we go. So off of this one, we can run 2 burners, but we're going to take some time to get there because we're kind of early game. But that takes care of power for a little bit. Oh, next thing we need. We're going to pop onto iron, limestone, and copper. And we're going to need a constructor for each. Let's see. So we'll do limestone and copper. Now, our big thing for right now, we need to focus on getting these nodes. These are going to be needed to upgrade everything as we go along. And then iron. Now we'll take this guy and we'll run it on back. And that'll get those guys stacking up and ready. So we're going to do logistics. So we need to get some plates, some rods, and some wire, which we have nothing for any of. And also make sure our power isn't drawing too much. Our capacity is currently 50, so that's good. We can take a handful of biomass from there and load us up. There we go. So then from there, we'll go like so. And like so. And like so. So these will start making all the other stuff. We're going to take our crafty bench. And you guys are going to see a lot of continuing themes. There we go. So now I'll just get a handful of this and we'll start working on the iron side of it. Okay. once we get a handful of that, we'll start working on these. And it's just going to be a long game of doing this. Definitely works better with a group of people, but you do what you got to do. And then we're just going to let this keep on running. So how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone staying out of trouble, causing all sorts of havoc. Okay, now I'll start pumping out some more of these. Now, the good news with the iron side of it is we actually don't quite need as many because we have 3 iron nodes, which is 60, so we have 40 extra. But still good to get some extras going early. And I feel like expanding the base will also be a good early game thing to do. Alright, so we're also going to do this and pop up a down. I know English. Need a portable miner. Pop down another miner so it can be mining up some supplies while we're doing other stuff. Pending we have power. Let's check. We're at 36. We're good. Cannot be nudged, so there it be. We'll just get that guy going. Let's go check on our biomass. And still got 25 in there, so we'll just top up. Let's work on the copper a little bit and also make sure... Yeah, there's only 2. Those make it at 2 a minute. That's why that's a really good get it going early type thing. There we go. And now we got some extra iron going as we're doing this. Because in all honesty, I do not know if we'd actually be able to keep up otherwise. And we'll do 1 rod. And start knocking out some ingots. We only need 300 wire for now, so we'll get what we need to get. And there we go. Knock out some wire. It would be nice to automate a lot of this a little bit sooner rather than later, but, you know, sometimes you just can't do that. And since we cannot automate since we can't hand do the other items, this is kind of our thing for now. And as soon as we get up to regular nodes, this will be a lot quicker too. And yes, here we go. Perfection. The way we be going. We'll knock out a bunch of the wire. And we're going to need a bunch of wire anyways for other stuff as we go, so not a bad thing to have extra of no matter what. We're going to need a bunch of ingots, so we've got a long way to go on those. And then we will start getting some concrete and stuff so we can start expanding our platform a little bit as we progress on. Oh, so many ingots to chop up. Okay, and this should put us above where we need to be for the copper ingots. Or for the wire, so we'll just keep on going. And start knocking these guys out. We need 292. Okay, we'll call that there. Get these plates knocked down. We need 103 plates. Oh, 102. Alright, and take this guy. Check on these. We're sitting at 6 and 6. That guy's full up, so we'll take that. That probably would have helped, wouldn't it? Well, we'll load that up and we'll take what they got. How about that? We'll drop in what we got so we can keep accurate track. And we just need 106 rods. So a few minutes doing this, and then we can get the next level of logistics and get things moving a little nicer. All right, so 106 of these, and we'll be set. We can get the logistics going and start working towards our next idea. And probably start getting some limestone so we can expand, because this is a tiny little area. I am glad it's more than what a normal sky block would be. You know, just one single block, because I don't think we could have done it. But, hey, not shabby. We're going to get there. Always so close. Alright, so we'll run through these, see how many more we need. I think we're going to be like 3 or 4 short. Which, you know what, sometimes that just be how it be. Be 3 short. And we just need 3 of these. And we can ship off logistics. And next up, not too worried about field research at the moment.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Alright, so I think Sam's going to be next. And we're going to need plates and concrete for this. So, iron and limestone. Which iron we kind of have taken care of. Let's see, do I have anywhere I can stick you? Oh, I need rods and plates. Get a few of those made up, and then we can start working towards some concrete. Alright, so let's see. We did get... Let's see. That. We could split that off into 1. We're not splitting that. Alright, so... plates, rods. Grab some limestone real quick. Enough to make it like at least 1 slot, I think. And boop, boop. Okay, so for right now, place 1 right there. I can place the crafting bench like so. Maybe too risque. Nah. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we'll place a miner on it. Let that start going. I'll grab that iron. We'll just do it this way. And we'll lose a little bit of efficiency, but it'll work out. So, before we get too far into this, I know the limestone and copper is pretty much taken up and accounted for right now. We need to worry about power. So we're going to need one more biomass burner and at least a splitter. And then we'll start with that. So I would like to start automating some plates and rods too. So we'll start with power and go from there. Yes, SkyBlock. A little bit weird. It's platform expansion program. It's one of the mods on ModHub. So what it is... Ooh, wrong button. There we go. You start out on this little, what is it? 6x6, nope, 5x5 square. And you have to build up from there. You have to place your own nodes and everything. I'm starting to expand a little bit as we go. And pretty much you place down your hub and you just start building away. I have some iron nodes going. That is copper and limestone plus 2 extra iron that I really don't need, but I'm trying to get some extra supplies. And then power supply with a biomass node. So I'm trying to work on getting this upgraded to feed 2 biomass burners. Which also means you actually get automated biomass, which is pretty nice. And from how it's feeling so far, the beginning is definitely going to be the rough part. I actually need to go turn in this. And these are the resources that you can actually place down. So now we have access to Sam, which will then help us unlock whatever the science is. And I'm working towards the normal nodes, but need some fragments which come from the iron, copper, and limestone. Takes 50 iron to make a node fragment. So, kind of a delay on that, but all in due time. I'm going to overmake some of these plates. That way we can get building a little too. And some concrete. Really makes me realize how kind of spoiled I was just being able to jump straight in and find like a good node and be like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. Okay, so we're going to lose power here for a second. I already know it. Mostly because I'm dismantling everything. Alright, so we're going to put our biomass node here. A Mark 1 miner. Like so. Our constructor. Like so. And then we're going to need 2 burners. I think for right now... little nudgy nudge. 2. Gonna need a splitter. And then to there and there. I know, I know. Nice. So we'll throw you in there. And you in there. And then turn you on to biomass. And down we go. So now we're making 80 using 40, so we should be a little bit better off. And then I think the next thing I was wanting to work on was towards iron. So, lots of plates. Because I want to make a little mini, I guess, iron factory. So we're going to need 2 constructors, a splitter, and a smelter. Plus the foundation to actually put it on. Otherwise, just let everything keep burning as it goes. There we go. We're going to need some wire and some cables. Create a few extra of those. And then reinforced plates. We're going to need screws. So crazy on the rods we go. And it is not going to be anywhere near optimized. Okay, we'll call that just so we have enough reinforced iron plates. Alright, so if we're going to do... Oh, need concrete. 2 constructors, 1 smelter. Alright, so we'll call that. Get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Oh, nope. That one. And that one. Alright, so we're going to need more concrete and more plates. There we go. Okay, so more wire, more plates, a lot more plates. So I think that'll be the first one that we automate, the plates. Alright, so let's start by just doing the basics. We're going to need a smelter right there. I'm going to run power to the smelter, and then a new pole that we need wire for. But we're getting there. There we go. Now we still got some plates. We still got some concrete. We might be able to do this. Let's see. Constructor. Just for right now. I want you doing plates. You're going to be doing iron. I need you up here and going. Oh, so we're actually getting somewhere now. We are automating our first, like, legitimate resource. And we're up to 16 of each of those. So soon we'll be getting normal nodes. Throw in some more wire. See what all we can get going. And then, let's see, we need more, nope, more concrete, actually. Grab all that. And let's see, crafting bench. Do some concrete. You're going to do rods. You're going to do that. Power to power. And a splitter. Optimized? No. Working? Barely. And you can have as much of that as you want. We'll make a bunch of iron ingots and keep things going. And also, we need to see what's next. Like, what is going to be our next go-to? Field research, we're making plates, so maybe the extra inventory slots probably wouldn't be bad. And I don't know what we're going to be able to do with a MAM at the moment. Not quite ready for this yet. This is probably our best bet so we can get into the solid biofuel. Nice, so concrete, cable, and screws. Means, yes, lots of copper. Okay, so we're gonna need 100 cable, 500 screws, and 100 concrete. So, slowly but surely. As per is the name of the game. Somebody should pop on and tell me a story. So we just need 100 cable. Once we hit that, we'll call it. And then this is 1 for the ingots. And I think it's 1 for cable, too. Oh, nope, 2 for 1. Okay, so we're at 76. So 24, so we're gonna need 48 ingots. And might as well make the extra while we can. I think I math right. Oop, next one over. I need you, please and thank you. And then I'll grab the rods from there. That 500 screws is going to be a little much. Or so I thought. And then we need 100 concrete. And the good thing about running with the solid biomass, it burns a little bit longer. So no, it may not work as quickly, but we get more of it, essentially. Right, there's that. We'll start working on screws. Got a couple screws loose. But I feel like we're actually getting along pretty well. we're getting there slowly. Four, three, two, one more. Okay, 288. We'll come over here, grab that at 20. Drop in what we got. I remember what it was for that. Just 50 sand. I really don't know what to do there. Okay. So 35 more of that. And 212 more screws. I'm just glad the screws are so easy to make. Makes such a huge difference. And at some point, we do have to work on the space elevator. Not looking forward to that one. But we're going to make sure we have our basics down first, I think. So that takes 30. It makes 30. That sends out 30. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I don't think we're going to hit the 212 just yet. I could just start making my own iron. Because now that I'm making the bare minimum basics, I should not have to, manually mine any more iron. We'll see how true that is, but we're going to go with it. Let's see. We are at 180. So 32 more screws. Didn't hit the button quick enough. And 35 concrete. So by the time we get this done, we should hopefully have enough set up and ready and waiting for us. I'll just grab some of our own real quick too. Takes 3 per, and we have 28. So 10, 11, 12. Three, 34, 35. Ooh, 36, 7. Numbers. We're just going to make up all the concrete real quick. This way we got extras. And I'm not reworking the new system just yet.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated, fun. The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Store it for later use.
Will do. I think we're going to work towards the MAM right now, too, because now that we have Sam, maybe? I guess we can see where we're at in the next minute and a half. Sorry, minute and 45 seconds. How dare I lie to you guys? I'm sorry. Okay, now let's go take a look. No. No. Oh, MAM is in 1. How close are we getting? We're at 23. Let me make... Need some rods. Let me make another miner. Make another miner. That way we can start working with the copper as well. Without having to sit there and babysit it as much. Because we need 300 screws and 100 plates. Let's see. Got plenty of plates. Let that go. And then screws, we need 300. So we're actually not too far off. It's that 300 wire that's going to get us. And we do have a bunch of copper ingots, so probably won't be too bad, but it's still annoying. Although what I could do... I need 8 wire. So I can throw down a random smelter so it just starts doing that for us. Power? Power. Cable. Alright, I just need some cable and wire. That's all there is to it. And plop you there. And from there to there. And you're going to eat copper. Alright, now that'll start making that. And we are now on our journey to the next step. Nice, that takes care of all of that. I just need screws. And I don't know if we're going to get anything useful out of the MAM, but we can work towards it. And There's that. Let's make some more concrete. And I would like to expand a little more. Slowly moving out. And then I think once we have everything kind of automated, we'll start splitting things into their little designated zones. And let's see. We just need a whole bunch of wire. And I am slightly terrified that if I take the resources that are used for the basic impure nodes, I'm not going to be able to get more. And just so you know, anyone watching, if you want to hop on in, I do have my Steam friend code in the top right and my Epic username in the bottom right. Just make sure you send me a message on here so I know to go look there. And let's see. Getting better. We're getting somewhere. We're gonna have a real legitimate factory soon. And I could potentially just take these and pop up another miner going in, and then it won't be such a delay because it takes 100 a minute. And these are only popping out 30. Which is, I think, where a lot of the delay is coming from. But that may be worth it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hi-ho, wire away. I also don't know offhand if the MAM has anything special in it. Like, it's definitely been a thought, but I'm not sure. But we are 51 wire away. There's 42. And 46. 52. There we go.
Milestone reached. Supply the
Wire,
molecular analysis
cable,
machine,
and
referred
iron
to as
plate.
the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Whatever you say, Ada. Okay, so we need 5 reinforced iron plates. 3, 4, and 5. And then we need, what, 45 wire, 15 cable. And boop. And we just need wire now. And we can pop down the MAM, see if there's anything worthwhile in it. And we'll make some concrete. Have like a little designation zone. Maybe that would have been better up one. Alright, ma'am. Well, I heard that. Oh, okay. Okay, so now we have this. They try to make this look a little decent-ish. And then you. I think that'll work for now. All right, let's see. Oh, hello. There is all sorts of new stuff in here. Non-metallic, multi-valent chemical element largely presented in solid state. Okay. These are different alternate recipes. Project assembly. Can make plastic smart plating, flexible frameworks, and speed wiring. Different rocks. Hello. Fine concrete. Okay, so these are the different recipes that you can unlock as you go. Wet concrete, fused quartz crystal, cheap silica, compacted coal, dark matter crystallization. Oil can make heavy oil residue down to the different fuels. Turbo heavy, turbo blend. Dark ion. Nitro rocket. Okay, this is pretty darn cool. Recycled plastic. A lot of different recipes. I low-key like this. Oh, hello. Okay. Cast screws. And steel screws. So we could potentially do a whole bunch of these. I'm not worried about those. And that... I thought that was already our normal one. Let's see. Yeah, so we could unlock a lot of this. The iron wire would probably be pretty nice. And we could just heavily focus on iron. Iron ingots, iron alloy, pure iron, leached iron. The different steels, coppers, caterium, and then aluminum. Overclocking. I don't know how we're going to get some of this stuff, like the power thingy. Oh, summer sloop. I guess we just kind of go through and figure it out.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Yeah, like I don't know how we're going to get
SAM
Mercer
reanimation
spheres.
recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose
Okay.
Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
Well, their bones are more beautiful. You heard it there first, guys and girls. So I do want... Let's see, what do I want to do? A space elevator would be nice. We do have a few more things to do before we even hit that point, but I got the stuff up so I can see what we need. But we definitely need to start automating some stuff. Which, to me, means spreading our zone. Now, we can come over here. We're going to grab these and these. We need a few more concrete. And then we're going to push these guys back a little bit. And we want an impure node. And we want the miner that goes on top of it. We need a portable and concrete. Okay. That stuff I think we can do. Let's go ahead and plumb this. We're going to need a smelter and 2 constructors, 2 miners. Let's take the space elevator off for a minute. So we need some wire. We do need some reinforced iron plates. 4 of them total. And actually, we already have the smelter. Okay, so there's that. We need 20 concrete, some cable. And let's see, concrete. We can get rid of that one for a little bit. Let's see, 2 portable miners. We're going to need a smelter. And a constructor. We're going to drop you and you. If you're going to keep gathering, I guess I probably should be nice and not bother you, but unfortunately we're going to. Need a cable. I need a constructor. We need cable. And we're going to make some extra cable and wire because we're going to need it. Luckily, this stuff's so easy to make. So you're going to be making copper ingots. There are those. Jump you into you, and you are going to be making wire, please. You are going to be, yep, doing that, so we are happy. Okay, so there's that. We're going to run our second impure node right there with a miner on you. And I need you. And you are going to be doing copper ore fragments. And you can start with those. We just need a concrete. And we need a concrete. We're going to grab a few more. I feel like we're getting somewhere now. Okay, so that takes care of that. Next. You're working, you're hooked up. You're good, you're going over here. You're working. There we go. Alright, we'll rework the power as we get through it. So next up we want a miner on one of these nodes. With a constructor out front. Oh, it's going to be off just by a hair. You're going to be doing limestone, and I want you making concrete, please. And then I just need a few cables. Cables? Alright, so now we should have pretty much everything being made. We have our rods, our plates. We have concrete and wire. Okay, We're getting somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere. That's good. You don't have power. Okay, so that was too much on the system. Because you ran out. Okay, I gotcha. We'll just chuck all that in there. Go! And we'll upgrade this probably soon. But we're starting to get somewhere. So that's something. Let's see. Tier 2. We're going to need parts assembly rather soon. Just for, you know, all of this stuff. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much what we're going to need. The awesome sink wouldn't be a bad idea, per se. And I don't think we really need Mark II just yet. And then there is that. So we can take a look. I'd like to relocate this so it's not right smack dab in the middle. But I think for right now it'll be okay. Let's see, you got 5 nodes in use, so they all should be about 5. So now we just kind of wait, I guess. Let's go figure out what we want to work on. We could do the science real quick. Just knock that out on our own. And then just knock out some of this. We need 50. Which, all in all, isn't too bad. Alright, almost there. There we go. We can launch that. Now, next up, I really want that before I go anywhere else. Because these are all supplies that we need for the elevator anyways. So, I guess space elevator next. Wire, concrete, plates, and rods. Honestly, now that we're automating, it shouldn't be too bad. There's that. There's that. You have 3 concrete and wires. Yeah, the wires are going to take a while. Alright, and then as far as this, so this makes 20. If we jump over to solid, I don't want to lose power. Solid biofuel. Okay, so it takes 8 to make 4. Makes 60 a minute. Honestly, I think it might be worth it. And then we could throw in one more. We're going to lose power. let's just down all of this stuff. Okay. We need 3 biomass burners. 1, 2, 3. We need a splitter. We need to do one more thing first. We need another constructor. Let's see. Production, constructor. 2 reinforced plates. I just need some screws. One and 2. You're going to be making biofuel solid. From there, we need a splitter. Now we need 3 biomass burners. Do 1, 2, and 3. It's probably going to be the best way to do this for now. And then we need cables. Okay, so this one's definitely going to go there. 1, 2. There we go. So I can jumpstart this system just by chucking that in there. Just kidding. By chucking 2 of that in there. There we go. So that'll jumpstart this system. Get some solid biofuel going in. Now we need to boop. That goes this way. Which then goes this way. Yep. That was expected. That was expected. It's okay. I'm going to take half of this and put it in here. Okay. There we go. Now we're happy. And that will also allow this to back up a little bit and make some solid fuel. Okay, so power should be good. And that's without tapping into this reserve, which we can do just in case because there is a bunch in there. Let's see, we're up to 7 of those. I think we are happy now. I kind of want to do... There we go. Which then should mean I can take this down? I think everything is still running as it should, so we are happy there. Alright, so wire, got 68, and we're actually getting a backup. I got 15 ingots, making 30 and 30. Very nice, very nice. We have 4 of those. Starting to get some concrete backing up. Got our rods. Got our plates. Alright, so you're making 30. You're taking 15. You're taking a full 30. So you're the hog, but that's okay. I'll take those 38. Those 8. And right here. And those 5. Thank you. And let's drop that, and that in there. Okay, so we have enough iron. We're just waiting on the limestone and the copper. So what we could do is I do want to diversify just a little bit. We'll make it down here our like basic zone. I want an iron area. We'll do a 2-meter high ramp. Is there a way? Thought we had an upside down ramp. Okay, so for right now, we'll just leave that as it is. You're just waiting on iron to come in, and you are still drilling. Okay. All right, so we're going to build our iron zone up here. We just need lots of concrete. Which is probably going to be the bane of our existence by the end of this. We could take a look at some of the additional stuff that we can unlock. I don't think it'd be under ingots. Rocks? Yes. We do not have silica or water or rubber, so we're kind of stuck with what we got for that. Nothing there. Nope. Oil-based, we're stuck. Circuits. Nope. We could do different motors. This one wouldn't be too bad. Copper rotor. I don't like the oscillators. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that then. The iron, where is it? The cast screws. That one would be pretty nice. That just takes straight up iron. And we get screws out of it. These plates. Iron pipes are going to... We're going to deal a lot with iron. Is how I'm feeling at the moment. We could do iron wire. So... Nothing we can do there just yet. Okay. So we're pretty much just at a standstill waiting for stuff to kind of finish up as we go. I do want to build organization. I guess we could do a personal storage. I know what I want. I want the sink. Resource sink. Oh, it takes so much stuff. And we're not really going to be sinking much. I just want the decorations. We're just going to keep collecting. 45 to 15, and you're only making 30, so it's not too far off. 58. Those are set and good. Thank you. And thank you. We'll drop that, and that. I might honestly take the iron and just start making some screws. Because I just need an iron node. Iron node and a constructor. No, iron smelter constructor. And boop. Oh, what full 4 shy. Alright, so I think this will be the start to our little iron zone. I don't know if I like that or not. But that'll give us the extra one we need for right there. Or we could make this our little gathering zone where we gather up all of those iron and all the nodes. Let's see. There's nothing here I really need. Sort. Do I need... I didn't even organize my character. How dare I? I kind of like that one this go around. Build gun. Can't get a good view of the gun. Right, when in doubt, gold it out. We will go with the golden nut. Yeah. Primary color, of course, will be a dark green. Secondary color, which is currently, I think, the straps. Let's see. Secondary will make a blue. And overalls. See if we can find like a good orange. There we go. Now we're looking good. Okay. Now that we're happy with how we look. Yeah. Let's grab our goodies so they don't start overflowing. I'm probably going to have to start making more concrete. Although 37, it'll get there. Iron plates we need almost enough of. I could grab some of the copper and start making some iron ourselves. Might as well. And the concrete we don't have a surplus of, so it's on its own. Currently building nah. I'm curious, can I stick? I cannot. I was hoping I could stick one up here. It's like that would be so cool. So we're gonna make a bunch of wire. While we're making wire, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. All of our wire is done. And gave us like, what, 2 minutes? Just throw my watch back on now that's charged up. Alright, so let's see. We'll gather it all. 4, 4. Did I leave enough room? No. I could scoot these up a little bit. Can I throw a merger in right there? Alright, so if I bump those just a little bit. Because this isn't using all of what it's getting, surprisingly. And like these should potentially start being done. Concrete wire. Give me those. And let's see, special crafting. There we go. Nice. We'll start making some wire. And then we can throw some concrete in as well. And might actually be able to get the space elevator just up and running and done. Or maybe not. Maybe we just keep building. Because we could start unlocking the next stuff while we're waiting for the normal nodes. Okay, I'll take that back. So, I mean, long term, we're going to need a power area. We're going to need a lot of area. We're so close. It's what, 50 of each? Honestly. 27, 29. I could probably pop those back nodes. I just need one more copper. I'm kind of curious. Give me that. Alright, we'll just have to pop it back in after. And come on. 5. And this one will actually be okay because we got enough copper ore going in it right now. Because we do have a backup right there. If we can at least get to normal nodes, those will go so much quicker. And we could potentially just bump it. I'm not rearranging just yet. We're going to get this first. Copper 1. And boop, boop. Ready for launch. Now let's see. It takes 50 of each. Okay. You know, something should have told me that. So we got 20s. So this way I do not forget. We're disassembling you. Throw those on my hand. We're going to do 1 on a copper. And 2 on a limestone. This way I can kind of keep track and remember. Because we're going to have to build up a few more of these now. Now that I did the smart thing. But what I can do is take these as they fill up and pop them into like that. Boop, just like so. Nice. So I guess what I could do is just let those run for a bit. Rearrange something. Let's see. How close are we on iron? We have 15 out of 50. I haven't checked this one in a little bit. So 19 out of 50. Popping 1 will get us 20 back. So we'll wait till we're at 30 and then we'll take that and move it somewhere. There we go. All right, so that takes care of that. Because it would be very nice to hit a normal node on those. Honestly, on all of these. And we'll grab that. And throw that into there. Things I should not have done. Lesson 9. Think. I guess we can start working towards, honestly, the resource sink I feel like would be more beneficial for my brain. Just that amount of concrete at the moment. Like, go figure. We're set on wire. We're set on rods. We're set on plates. It's just the concrete. But that'll even out as we get a nicer node. Without a doubt, that'll even out. That's all still doing its thing. Let's throw these in here. A little bit easier to keep track of when they are all together. And one thing to keep in mind, if I can pop a light node for a normal node, it'll end up better in the long run. So we need 30 of whatever we're going to go for. Oh, so many things, so many things. for a little bit longer. I figure out how I want to do this. How do we plan this? Like, in all honesty, this is kind of feeling logistics floory. But the nice thing is once we get this going well enough, we could essentially just pop down nodes wherever we need them, which is kind of nice. Let's see, concrete. And I want our space elevator to be the center of attention. So we're going to build around that. So I really should start focusing on getting that part of it done. And then I also want to... I don't know what I want to do, to be honest with you. This is where I always run into issues with Satisfactory. There's so many ways to go, and I don't know which one I want to do. So I think for right now, I think I'm going to do this. We're going to take our hub, fill that in. We're going to make this our zone up here. So, bop, bop. Okay. So we will have our hub up here, which is going to be our little house. I have also, let's see. Trying to see if I can find it real quick. Is it this one? Yes. But we need a lot of supplies, so never mind. We'll focus on that later. For right now, we'll do this. You and you. So we don't need a crafting bench. We'll throw the equipment workshop. Let's see. How about that? How about we do the ma'am? And we do the equipment workshop. So we have those there. We can set whatever we need up here. Yeah. This will do its own thing for a little bit. And then let's see. As we get the higher level nodes, I will pop them and stick them over here, because all that is a node and a constructor. So minimal space. take those, and I'll take that. And I'll grab all that. I'll throw that little bit extra in there so I can get popping on the next one. And go figure, our power is like our favorite thing at the moment. It would be nice to organize it so it's easier to expand as we go on. But I think power's been modified enough at the moment. So look at our lovely SkyBlock. All the pollution we cause. Let's go drop in some of the stuff that we have going on. We'll get rid of the space elevator for right now. As far as the resource sink, I don't know the best way to go about it just yet. But once we get the concrete, we can focus a little more. Just need 6. Let's see, we'll grab all those. We'll throw those in that constructor. And grab all this. And honestly, throw it in that constructor. Because until we get the next level of that, that's like our biggest holdup at the moment. Let's see. Iron. Iron. And let's see. We're going to do a merger. And a constructor. I want you making those, please. There we go. Now that should speed up a good bit because it takes 100 a minute. Each of these is doing 30, so we're doubling our throughput essentially. I hate how uneven I just did those. Oh, that's bad. But our belts will just handle this for right now. So we may have to throw in some research into Mark II soon. Especially if we're going to keep up with the Joneses. And I do want to make some wire. Or sorry, cable. Just so we have enough to keep going. 50 should be good. And then let's see, we have that guy going. How much is it for a big node? 50. If we can get 10, we'll actually be set. drop all these. We're going to do a impure node. I'm going to do a miner. Going to do a smelter. And then we just need 2 constructors. But we need a splitter. I'm just doing this so everything's facing the same way. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Boop to boop. Okay, that should be everything. I gotta set you guys to rods and plates. Give you a stack so you can get going. And your iron ingots. So now I can drop this, 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 and this. And let's see. Do a limestone. Guess I'll just do it right here for right now. Miner. And a constructor. You're going to be making those. There we go. And you guys can go right in. And boop and boop. Alright, so that takes care of our basic iron production, our limestone production, our copper nodes, and this is making our wire. So we're actually doing okay. We're going to make it. We're going to make it, everyone. That's already up to 6. So we have 12, which means I can drop... Wait. Do I have to do that, or can I just do... Drop you, drop you... Let's see, resources, normal iron. We'll do a miner. And then we just need a constructor. And then boop to boop. And you're going to be making those. There we go. So now that 1 is doing the job of 2. Now, if I do this... No, I can't just flip-flop it. Okay. So let's see. We're at 13, 2, and 15. I could not start working on that yet. Intermediates. I could start working towards iron wire. That one actually wouldn't be too bad. That would get rid of the need for copper, essentially. And we could focus on copper sheets. I feel like the iron screws would probably be better. I wonder how much of an iron line you could make. I feel like you could make a pretty good bunch. It's like iron pipes, iron wire, iron screws, and that's all without ever touching anything else. Okay. So we're stuck right now until we progress. Okay, so you're good. I'll take those. I can take that one. And take those two. I do need to place down these guys again. Just so we can keep adding to this as we go. Whoops. Okay, so make sure everything's working. We got green, 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 lots of green. Okay. Nice. That is strictly working on that. I think we're making it. Boys and girls, I think we're doing it. That has 25, 131, and 122. So it should potentially even out. Do I know this for sure? No. No, I do not. I'm gonna pretend my booty off. And you're going to be concrete. Lots of hurrying up to wait, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it good. Okay, so we have our basic setup. We got our power. We have copper and wire. We have limestone and concrete. And then we have an iron line making plates and rods, which I will go ahead and joink. We are working towards the sink because I don't know, to be honest with you, but it sounded right. Let's see. Next up, otherwise, the parts assembler, jump pads, logistics 2 probably would be a better way to go. But, you know, this is a beast on its own. And I think we can actually finish that beast right now. We just need screws and some cable. We need 200 cable total. We have, what, 50? I wish we could just close that. 52 in there. So we need 448. So we'll need a little bit more. And then just 500 screws, which honestly is not bad. And we'll have plenty of cable because we have more wire being made as well. So we are waiting, and we are crafting, and we are building all the things that we think we should. Okay, there we go. And then just 500 screws. I see you all next year. I could just have like random constructors slowly building all this stuff for me too. Kind of like I'm doing with the lime. Alright, so we're already at 100. Might as well just keep going. Why not? It makes perfect sense. Uh, 184, we're getting closer and closer. I really think so too. I used to love watching Minecraft SkyBlock. I guess SkyBlock. So I was kind of curious. It's like I hate building around the terrain, and I had been wishing that I could just place a node where I wanted it and be like, hey, it's all right here, good to go and happy. I finally found it. Like, it's a good thing now. It's a good thing. But how you doing, Dersh? Let's see. Almost there. We almost got enough screws. Come on, we're doing it. We're so close to doing it. And there we go. Boom.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note,
I hear you, Ada.
humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Thank you for all that information, Ada. It was lovely. Geeb, very, very good question. That is a rare Easter egg. I don't know what the odds of it are, but that's not very high. So I was actually kind of happy to see it. It worked out very well with the boom that I did. Alright, so we got that. We can throw the rotors. We need 4 of those. Alright, perfect. And let's see. We'll just throw this randomly somewhere for right now. I cannot remember. Oh. That's where that comes from. And that's where that comes from. Yeah, that's going to be a later down the road thing. It is random. It is completely random. As far as I know, there's probably mods to make it less random. But, yeah, random is all I know here. So we're going to need 3 assemblers. Yeah. So, more space. And I don't think I'm going to go on the grand scale that I normally do with this, mostly because I don't think I can. Let's see. Plates, rods, limestone, copper, and wire. Let's see. This one's over here. Yeah. Not skinny enough. My pioneer's too chunky. So let's see. We're going to grab that and that. And we'll pop you in, grab you out. Okay, so we're going to need rods, plates, screws, you know, all the great normal stuff. Where to build, though? And also where to build the space elevator. And we're doing okay on the buildup of that stuff. Iron one should be doing a lot better. How is that going, Geeb? I have yet to do anything with trains. Like, I really want to, but they're kind of intimidating. Where do I want to build this? So I'm only going to have to add on one more lane to that. Let's do that. Hold on. You just do those for right now. That way it doesn't actually do anything. It just loads up. There was the alternate screw recipe. That one. I need 500 screws. I'm going to bypass a step. Yeah, trains. Holy trains. I can't imagine trying to make one around the whole world. I've seen like, what is it, Total Eclipse and all that. Yes. I've seen a lot of the people that like do it a lot. They just make the blueprints and then they have the auto connect feature, which I don't know if that's a mod or something included in the game now, but it seems like that's a good way to go. I know there's a couple, I don't know if you play with mods or not, if you're doing it in vanilla, but there is a mod that essentially puts a train around the entire world. Because I had been thinking about that for a playthrough. That way it was all set up and ready. I could just pretty much build and have fun. But I haven't really decided yet. And then I was like, I really want to do SkyBlock. So here we are. And boop, 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 and boop. All right, there we go. And now we come into our MAM, which has screws. So we can start. Oh, that one actually takes some time. Well, that is okay, because what that means is I can rearrange a little bit. let's see. I want 2 assemblers. So I need some plates and some rotors. I think I should have enough for 1 right now. Oh, no. Missing a plate. Been making train spires and making inbound and outbound lanes by... Oh, I honestly could not even imagine. I have, like I said, I haven't even played with trains at all, so they are just massively intimidating for me. So I need 10 plates and 4 rotors. I bet you the spires look really nice, though. And one of my just because, like, randomly playing ones, I had made a blueprint for a, like, spire style power connector, like power line. The big towers did not go very far. It was a lot. And the amount of resources, you were waiting forever for resources to build back up. Okay, so assemblers. I do 1 lined up right there. Bump you. And then like so. And then we'll do a splitter. Let's try a little closer. You are going to be something different. Modest umbrella with belt stands underneath them. That's actually wicked cool. Like, that sounds like an amazing blueprint. Alright, so you are going to change over to plates. You're going to be screws. And you are going to stay rods. So you are rods and screws. And you are going to be plates and screws. There we go. That should get everything bumping and grooving. We got screws going in. There's 1 plate on there. I can guarantee it. And then just because I always need screws, I feel like I should make another one. But I can actually grab those. We're up to 25. 5 more and I can up that to the good one. Although you're actually working at efficiency right now. So maybe leave that. Or place one, double up on the smelters and merge it. Probably going to be the way I go. You are at 30. All right, hold on. I want to try getting rid of you. And then placing the normal node underneath. Nope, so that will not work. And miner mark 1. We need a constructor. And you are going to be making limestone nodes. How the pipes allow the drain. They really should. That would make things so much easier. Especially when they get wicked clogged up. Oh, it's bad. Okay, so that takes care of that. We are starting on the bare minimum for the space parts. It's just going to take a lot of screws, which is expected. That's 160 between those two alone. Which I don't think... Let's see, cast, we're getting 50 a minute versus the normal, we're getting 40. So we're actually doing better off. We just need to be able to upgrade. We have 25. There's another 3. Alright, so now that we're getting into this, I feel like it's about time to upgrade and have a decent iron factory, per se. Just do some concrete for me. I really don't care where you hook in. I just need you working on concrete, please. No kidding, Geeb. The screws. Always the screws in this game. Okay, so if I want to run off of here, let's run the iron down. Oh, the concrete. Nice. So you're going to be the biggest thing. You will not fit. You will have to stick out the back end. That's fine. Make it like a tiered, or maybe we just don't do the setup. Well, Geeb, if you are online, I do have my Steam and my Epic username on here if you wanted to pop on and play a little bit. Let's see. Concrete will be our biggest bane. Make some real quick. Anytime, anytime. I have discovered this game is a lot more fun playing with other people. Or at least being able to share it with other people. let's see. Actually, you know what I might do? For starters, make it so that entire thing's on here. Let's see. Iron is currently 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3 by 7. So we could do that. Oh, crack our back and feel really good. Let's see. Grab that, drop those in there, and go grab the extra limestone. Grab the copper. I didn't leave any extra room for limestone. Take those. Chuck that in there. Grab those. Nice. So now our iron node is going to be better. Which means we can split it into 2 smelters and get things going a little bit faster. Which, in all honesty, you know what? I'm not going to budge. I'm going to leave it right here for right now. And just do a normal iron node right here. Production miner. Hello? There you is. Oh, I'm going to split you. Alright, let's do this way. Because then I can do a splitter. Do a second smelter. Let's see, you're doing plates, you're doing screws, you're doing rods. Nope, we're going to rearrange. Oop, there we go. Okay, so we can get rid of that and that. And I'm also going to throw a splitter. I'm going to throw a splitter right there. This way I can start getting some concrete built up. And I want you to be concrete, please. And then we'll put our concrete on its own line whenever we get it. But right now I feel like we do kind of need that a little bit more. I mean, we're already up to another 9. We're doing good. That means this line can also be upgraded. Or you're already normal, aren't you? Nope, you are impure. I didn't realize I had 2 of you going there. So let's see. We'll do resource. a normal copper node. Throw down a miner. I think we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do a splitter. We need 2 constructors. Or no, we need a constructor. And I'll stick that over on this side. And then we need a smelter and a constructor in front of that. And that takes care of that. And then this one. Alright, you're just going to run there for now. You're working, you're working. You are going to be copper fragments, copper ingots, wire. Okay. Sort all that. We do have enough for another big iron node, which we are going to do up here. How do I want to do this? 1 to 2 to 3. Okay. I think I know what we're doing. We're going to do a pure iron. I also think we're going to start running out of power soon. So we're going to do a miner. A splitter. Two smelters. 1, 2. We're going to need 3 constructors. So let's see. Does that leave enough room? 1, 2, 3. You're going to range straight ahead. You are not. We need the one in the middle. Let's see. Yep. You're going to run straight ahead. You're going to go into a splitter. Going into here. And here. You are going to be rods, plates, and screws. Or actually, hold on. 12.5 to 50. You need a full 30. And screws. 12.5 and 15, 27.5. Alright, so that will even out number-wise. We need 2 assemblers. Do 1. Whoop. And 2. So same exact setup we had before, but now we have better stuff. And then we just need some iron plates. We're actually out of iron plates. I didn't think I'd see the day. So let's see. Iron plates and cables. Alright, so let's see. Cables. Iron plates. So if I take you and run you to here, do boop, to boop. So that takes care of all of that. You're going to make iron ingots. There is a stack for you. You're going to make iron ingots. There's a stack for you. You're going to be making screws. I do not have any loose iron. Very nice. Okay. All right, well, we should be getting some iron plates here in a second. Would help if I hooked up the system. And then to there. Oh, how much is it? 107, we're making 90. Do I have? I do not have. Okay, we're going to have to mellow out just a little bit. I say as I start another machine. Luckily, everything should not be going at once. Hopefully. $94. There we go. This will give us that little extra oomph, especially once this gets started. So let's see. We're going to throw in that stack there, that stack there. And cross our fingers we're not overloading much more. Why do you not have power? I duck. There we go. Alright, so that covers that one. This one is running on its own. Output is not outputting. We should be getting some plates right there. And then we just need the plates to finish up these last couple connections. Oily crud. I'm ready for blueprints. Alright, so we should have most everything statically being made. We'll throw this stuff in there, sort that. We're going to need one more assembler right in front of these two, but we're actually going to stick it think over here. Yeah. I think that's going to be what we do. An assembler is like 1.5 wide. All right, an assembler, if we stick you like so. And then we'll just need lifts, which go figure. We're going to do you. And you're going to do you. We're going to steal a bunch of these plates. And then I need one there, so I need just a little bit more. 1, 2, and then some running. Do I have what I need to make iron plates? Is that an option? Just knock out a bunch of these. How about that? That makes sense. And holy copper ingot. I didn't realize how many we had. Speaking of which, next up, I think we're going to go back to the resource sink. Just for now. So, just a booty ton of concrete. And we'll start sinking some of the stuff that we accidentally grab. I think that'll probably be our best way to do it. And all we need is some plates. See what we can get going. Come on. Bring on the plates. Okay. Gonna pop on one more you. We're gonna run from you to you and you to you. It is not going to be pretty at the moment, but it's going to work. This will be smart plating. Uses 2 a minute. That makes 4. And that makes 5. So we could double this up. But for right now, this is what we're going to run with. Capacity's 130 with these running. Screws per normal will be the holdup. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Screws will always screw you over a little bit. But let's head on down here, see what all we have going on. And get rid of you now. We have concrete coming in like a champ. We have nodes coming in. Oh, it's lovely. And I don't know what our best way for that portion will be. I think just let it run. Let it run, let it ride, and hope for the best. Okay, 32 more concrete, and we will have this portion done. Then we can start sinking stuff. If you ever get that sinking feeling, that's why. Let's see. You just need a bunch of you. You just need a bunch of you. Do you? You don't need any extra. So these nodes are going to be an always thing. I feel like we're going to dedicate like a special area just for them. And then just as we get the next set of node, we can upgrade to the pure. But I do think that we should double, if not triple, up that number. Just so we're getting it a little bit quicker. Because, like, the iron's coming in pretty good now. But it's on its own. It's not being, like, shared amongst other things. It's like we almost have almost have enough for another regular node. And I'm very curious at what's going to happen whenever we jump into the higher end materials. There you go. Un per un. And then power is powering. But we'll probably need to up it soon. 90, 103, and 108. So it is going up steadily. Very slowly, but steadily. So 1 to 3 is good here. And that's just a normal node. You take in 60, leave 20, 60 to 20. 120 to 60. So that's about the cap of that. It'd be 1 for 3. With maybe a little bit of overhang, but not much. Alright, let's go get our resource sink and start decorating. Getting points. See, no boom that time.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Sounds great, Ada. And oop. Cable and reinforced iron plates. And then we're going to need some extra concrete anyways, just for some place to put this. Although we do have a little bit of space right now. How much? No. We got enough for you. We'll stick the shop up by the house. Hello, awesome shop. Automated mine, power shard. Okay. So we'll end up having to buy this stuff. Excuse me. So that explains why there are more things to sync then. Organization all looks the same. Customizer looks the same. There's the inverted ramp. I knew there was one here somewhere. Walls. furniture. Kind of want some railings. Just a coffee cup still. And then that's still the same. Okay. So stuff like this we are going to have to get from the shop. Which I guess kind of makes sense. It's definitely different, but hey, aren't we all? So let's see. Awesome sink. I'll just stick you right there. And then logistics, organization. And we will stick in our extra copper for right now. And honestly, I don't see a need for the Xeno Basher. Oh, you need power. There you go. Woo! 3 just from the Xeno Basher. And then science points until next coupon. Okay, so that's where those come in handy. And for those... Oh, it was the assembler and a constructor, I believe. So 1 to make this. 1 to make this. And then... Darn it. I knew that was going to happen. And then 1 here for the science flask. $152. We're making $130. Do you guys have? You have, and you have. Okay. We will unhook you for right now. And start working on the next set of fuel. Alright, so we need 100 for this. Just mine up 100 real quick. Once I get enough for 2, I think we're going to rework this anyways. I do need to start playing more than just a flat field. So now that we have some extra stuff getting unlocked, we can start doing it. We're getting so close. 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100. Okay. So this can handle 60, makes 20. I could overdo this. So we're going to pop power. Okay. I'm going to drop all of this stuff. And there we go. Okay. So we need 6 of you. 1, 2, 3. And I think for right now, we will manifold over into here. 4. Hello? There you go. 5. And need plates. Always need the plates. and number 6. That also means we're going to need a lot of extra plates for other stuff, too. There we go. Okay, so from that, we're going to need a constructor. You're going to need 2 nodes. 2 with 2 miners. 1. Need some concrete. Although I guess this is a good thing with everything being like right here. 2 constructors, 1 per each. 1. And this is why we did this. And like so. Hello. There we go. Getting close. Alright, so you into there, you into there. Which means we're going to drop you guys, and we might just throw all of you right here. And this will be power section. We're going to need 1 more constructor and a merger. A merger. I think right about there looks good. A constructor. Need reinforced iron plates. Let's see if we got any of those floating in here. No. Doesn't mean we don't have any, though. Perfection. Alright, so you are going to be making a solid biofuel. Oh, the iron plates. Please be some on the belt. Yes. How many am I going to need? I need 3 splitters. 1, 2, 3. Iron plates and some cable. Alright, so we're going to have to play a weird game. And then let's see, we're going to sort that. We're going to split 1, 2, 3. And then, let's see. Plop that right there. To you. 1, 2. Cables. And grab the wires from over here. And then I just need some iron ore. I'll just make some plates. Because I'm going to need a bunch of them anyways. couple iron ingots there. And got a couple over here. It's not going to make me many plates, but it'll make me some plates. That'll make me a bit more. So we're going to have one split into two separate things, or we can do a whole bunch of splitters, which then makes it a little bit easier to scale later on. Because we could technically still add 24. We could still add a bunch. Nice, so cables. Okay. So that takes care of that. Nope, so I'm going to need to come off of that. There we go. Okay, so I guess the next question would be, what's going to be our best way? Let's do one there. And one there. And then I need one more splitter that will stick. I think like so. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. How about that? Because this should be able to keep up more than fine. It takes 120 biomass. We're producing, what, 40? Yeah. We're fine. Oh, now comes the fun part. I did not think that one through. There we go. That clicks onto there. And that should be everything else. Let's see. 220. Oh, that was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. Also a little more annoying. Alright, so now we're going to actually get onto the space elevator. Iron plates, concrete, rods. Okay. I think the rods we can almost handle. And then we can always yoink some rods from here. The plates we're going to need 250 of. What node are you? Please hold. curious. Does anyone want to take a guess? Nope. Splat. That was fun. I have to wait till I get like the hover pack or something. I will check some goodies in here. Get that guy going a little stronger. And get that guy running. I don't know what we're going to... we'll keep the copper in there. That's fine. And throw those in there too. We have enough wire. Oh, it's just going that slow. Okay. I don't know what I want to grab off the bat, so we're going to leave that be. Now we need a buku ton of concrete. And we should at some point see these start to actually fill up. So... and that should never overfill. Honestly, this will stay... we're essentially doing 30 a minute. So 30 a minute. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We could potentially throw in a few more. But for right now, I'm going to say we're good. And of course, our lovely iron, the only one going full out. Be taking those. Like, honestly, I'm not terrified about the iron side of it. $15. Got one. Just slowly away it ticks. We're going to do the thing. Thank you. I need to get better at designing these so I can actually walk through them. Nice. So let's look at us a couple plates. It's like 50. But start working on the space elevator stuff a little sooner rather than later. The way it goes. And boop. Nice. So, we're going to get there. Like, this is my goal before I go to bed. I just want this smart, smart elevator, the space elevator up and running. Oh, okay. Got that. Let's go check on our concretes. Got another 40. I don't know what our best way about going about all this is going to be. So let's see. We'll pop that, that, and that in there. Thank you for those. You are struggling to keep up now. I'm going to steal this side. And then, boop, do the same thing we just did. Never thought I'd have issues with concrete like this. Should probably stick down another node and just go ahead and start making some more. Because concrete is going to be one of those things that's like never ending. We need another 130 plates, so lots of weights. Mm. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And away we go. Yeah, I might have to go mine some concrete myself. Oh, it's what, 1 to 3? 3 to 1? Yeah, 3 to 1. What I can do is put a pause on this, which will make it stock up in there. You take 45, make 15. You output 60. So 30, 30. Thank you. Let's see, crafting bench like so. There we go. Okay, now I start making a bunch of concrete. I don't think there's really much else I can build. Well, there's obviously nothing else I can build right now. Ah. Okay, so there we are, just mining away. Concrete being built. We have our sink. Oh, we have our little home base. Currently making smart plating minus the building. Minus the iron plates right now because we're trying to save up the last couple. That's weird. Okay. We have our iron node factory. We have our little power area. Which I was going to say, I don't think I've ever watched it. So it brings up like a drill node. It grabs, slots it in, it moves over, pushes down. So technically there should be a massive hole. I didn't even think to do this. Yeah, couldn't tell you. And let's see. Okay, screw this way. Power plant going about as well as it can be currently. Yes, there is clipping. Get over it. We'll fix it later. And then we have our copper coming through. Which is actually doing pretty good. Concrete's our holdup. Never thought I'd see the day. Alright, I'll just go ahead and smash away. And then go check on our plates. Once we have enough iron plates, we're going to reopen the floodgates to this guy. And there we go. Now we just go on the expedition for concrete. Okay. I'm going to let this sit for just a minute. See what all we can get into. And we got 218. My impatience is horrible. Just in case you couldn't tell. Oh. Ugh. And tap. Oh, so much concrete. We need all of you. Oh, okay. And 25. How's everybody doing? Oh, taste. Lots of concretes. Come on, let's go. We need all the concrete. Come on, concrete. Just another 150. Let's get down to business. Get concrete. Woo! Okay, I got 7 there. We have 14 more there. I don't know if we'll end up getting a pure node from these. To be fully frank. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. We have enough for another full iron. And could do another baby copper. Or baby other one. Everything needs the concrete. And the plates right now. So what is going to happen? We are going to be building stuff. And from there, we will explodate the world. Because I do want to start getting a lot of stuff done rather rapidly. So I want to place down the space elevator, figure out where we're going to go from there, and kind of build out from the elevator as we go. So this way everything comes back to said elevator, even if we have to run things differently. But I don't know if I want the space elevator down or up. I could see both ways having their good potentials. I guess when this is going, I could go pee. I mean, you never know. I kind of know, but you never know. No, you don't. All right, let's see. I know, I'm sorry, everybody. This is rather boring. Waiting for all of this to do something, but nothing does nothing without a bunch of work. This is all what you unfortunately miss when you just watch the cuts, because the cuts are honestly quicker. I don't blame you. This part's rather boring. There have been many times I've been sitting there waiting for stuff to finish like this. And I'll just go watch a movie and come back and it'll be like, oh, hey, by the way. Honestly, may do it again. May just let it run for a little while. What am I going to do? Get a lot of concrete? Darn tootin' I will. Speaking of which, I do want to add in some storage containers for the concrete in particular, because that one's going to be the hardest to get and maintain. There we go. All right, so 30-ish more. How much do you have in you? I'll take that, thank you. And let's see. Boop. And start knocking away some more. Once we hit the 500, we're going to be great. Oh, no, we'll never have to do this again. I'm kidding. We're going to have to do this again. That's what this game is. It's repetition. It's a lot of repetition. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Okay. Now, space elevator. Where are you going? I think I kind of like you out that way. That way you're kind of near the base. Where is that? That's what I like. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Nudge, nudge, nudge. And I love how that's still okay. Oh, that lines up so beautifully. Yeah, we'll go there. We have our space elevator, and we only need 50 plates, which actually we may already have, because that took so long to get done. Hold on, I'm still throwing parts out of my pocket. I actually got 37. Not too shabby. Oh, and for those who have never seen this. Woo! We send down the probe. Splat. Crunch. Grab. Now we pull, we lock, and we tug. Lock it into place real good. And there we go. We have our space elevator.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
Okay, there we go. We have completed our mission for the afternoon, evening time thing. Now we're gonna get sleep because sleep is important. I may just let this run for a couple hours. Because, I mean, we're almost at this. It makes 2. It'll take another 10 minutes. Yeah. I don't think right now it's worth it. But let's take a look at project assembly. This we could use to make from rotors, plate, and add in plat. That makes no sense. Just adding an extra step. Rocks, nothing we can really do here because we don't have silica, rubber, or water. We haven't hit coal yet. Haven't hit any of this stuff yet. Oil we haven't touched. Circuits we're not touching at the moment. Motors, we could do rotors. That would be a little bit quicker. More screws, and we have to add in copper though instead of just the iron stuff. Intermediates. iron wire would not be bad. Nor would the iron pipe. But those are for later down the road things. Because then we could do this and all iron. Ingots. I don't think there's anything in here that I really cared for at the moment. Not going to worry about overclocking just yet. I would like to get into this. So I might need to jump a little bit with some steel pipes. Or actually, you know what? I could go. You all see nothing. Splat. See if we can get some Mercer spheres. Hep. Okay. Mercer spheres. Oh, it takes 10 for summer sloops, for one summer sloop. Never mind. Maybe we won't be doing that. But stuff like this will come quickly. Because I want to decorate a little bit this go around. Ladders are always good. Those are normally one of the first things I get just because of the area. But not this time. Okay. Well, we're going to save it here, everybody. Sky World, save. And until next time, y'all stay froggy.